Senator Lazarus.
Sorry, Mr. President. Thank you. My question is to Senator the Honourable Simon Birmingham, representing the Minister for the Environment. My question to you is being delivered on behalf of fellow Queenslander Gwenda Casey from Birkdale in Queensland. In 2012, Tony Burke declared 40 new marine reserves around Australia, as well as implementing management plans for the new parks to provide increased protection for Australia's unique and vulnerable marine environment. Some of these areas are habitats for humpback whales, blue whales, sea lions and other creatures. Senator, could you please explain why your government has suspended the management plans for the new parks and placed the status of the new parks on hold while you undertake a review?
The Assistant Minister for Education and Training, representing the Minister for the Environment, Senator Birmingham.
Thanks, Mr. President. I thank Senator Glenn Lazarus for the question, and thank Gwenda for raising the issue as well. Mr. President, through you to Senator Lazarus and his constituent, it is correct that this government believed we could do much better in the management of Commonwealth marine reserves. It was our opinion that the previous government seriously bungled the creation of new marine reserves in 2012. That in doing so they trampled over the sustainable maritime communities to achieve really a political outcome, that they rushed consultation and they shut recreational fishermen in particular out of the process. In a state like Queensland, I'd certainly invite and encourage Senator Lazarus to make sure that he's talking to both his professional and his recreational fishing communities about their concerns with the process that was undertaken, and I think he'll find that many of his constituents shared the concerns that the coalition indeed had, which is why we acted. And our intention is to deliver a better environmental outcome that reflects community views and maintains the sound economics required for our fishing industries as well. We want to strike the right and sensible balance, and we're undertaking genuine community consultation with local communities. 5 bioregional advisory panels have held more than 170 regional public meetings all over the country throughout February, March and April this year to ensure that we have proper consultation on how to get the marine reserve plans right in future and not to repeat the types of mistakes that the Labor Party undertook. The 4-month consultation period review received more than 13,000 written submissions and approximately 1,800 responses to the online survey. There is enormous community interest in this, I acknowledge, Senator Lazarus, but also a lot of particular interest from the fishing communities, who I'm sure and I would encourage you to speak with as well.
The time for answering the question has expired. Senator Lazarus, a supplementary question.
And I understand the mining companies too. I understand that management plans prevented mining activity in the new marine reserves. Because the reserves are under review and the management plans have been suspended, your government is understood to have issued exploration licences and special prospecting authorities in these parks. Is that true?
Minister.
Thanks, Mr. President. Look, I will look into that matter for Senator Lazarus. If he has any particular examples or areas of concern, I'd invite him to provide them to me or direct to Minister Hunt. But if there's further information, we'll bring it back to the chamber.
Order on my left. Senator Lazarus, final supplementary question.
I refer to an article in the Sydney Morning Herald dated April 25 this year by Lisa Cox, which states that seismic testing to look for petroleum has commenced in these marine parks. Could you please advise how many licences and/or authorities have been granted by your government and to which companies?
Minister.
Thanks, Mr. President. Look, I can advise Senator Lazarus that no oil and gas activities will be permitted in sensitive marine areas. There will be no oil and gas exploration and production in sanctuary zones and marine national parks of the Commonwealth Marine Reserves, and this will be clearly reflected in the new management plans. We are making sure that we get the balance right in this. These reforms are not about allowing mining exploration in sensitive marine areas. This will not be permitted, and this restriction will be reflected appropriately in the new management plans. And if Minister Hunt has anything further to add in relation to the specific example, we'll bring that information back to the chamber.